Hi guys, welcome to the channel, and before I start today's video, I wanted to address two things. First, I apologize for the quality of this video. We went and got a new action camera yesterday, the DJI Osmo, but unfortunately the accessories for it, like the mic and the tripod, it's being shipped to me and shipped here in about 2 days. But given the gravity of the topic that I wanted to talk about, I really wanted to make this video as soon as possible. And that brings me to my second topic, which is the issue at hand, the topic that I wanted to talk about. When I made this YouTube channel, what I envisioned for this YouTube channel was to make videos about, food and reviews and travel and adventures that my family and I go on, videos with Emmanuel doing taste reviews for different food items and everything, and toys. But again, given the topic at hand and my personal beliefs and my personal values and principles, I felt compelled and I felt responsible to talk about it. So on Christmas Eve, 24th of December, on an Indian show called Benchwarmers, hosted by Farah Khan, who is a well-known Bollywood producer and director. And on this certain episode, they had Raveena Tandon, a very prominent actress from the 90s in Bollywood. And the third person involved in this video is Bharti Singh, who I would say is a resident comedian for this show. They had a huge, and I mean huge, lapse in judgment and had one of the most epic moments of human stupidity and ignorance. But before I say anything, let's just watch the video.
Let's begin with our first question of round 2. ये है spelling test. आपको spelling लिखनी है अपने अपने बोर्ड पर 45 seconds में. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. पहले हम आते हैं रवीना जी की ओर. HALLELUJAH 10 मार्क्स आपको मिलते हैं, ये सही जवाब है.
अब देखना.
और अब हम आते हैं भारती के.
नहीं,
ये हेले तो नहीं है, हिले कौन?
हिलेलुया
है ये
हिले नहीं है. ये पंजाब में तो ऐसे लिखते हैं.
कैसे?
हिलेलुया.
ये पंजाबी वर्ड ही नहीं है, ये कैसा लिखते हैं?
ये देखो, हिलेलुया.
अगर तू मुझे इसका मतलब बता सकती है, मैं तेरे को 5 मार्क्स दूंगी.
जैसे अमिताभ बच्चन जी हैं. पंजाब में किसी को पूछ लो तो कहेंगे ना अमिताभ बच्चन. तो हमारी अलग हो जाती ना.
कैसे?
अमिताभ बच्चन. और इधर कहते हैं अमिताभ बच्चन.
भाई इसका मीनिंग क्या है, इसका मतलब क्या है?
ये कोई गंदी गाली है जो ऐसे ले नहीं सकते, क्योंकि फैमिलीज भी ये शो देखती है. ये नए ब्याहे जोड़ों के लिए है. ये पति कह सकता है हालेलुया.
मैं इसके लिए आपको 5 मार्क्स दूंगा. बनता है. कैसे
है ना?
कैसे?
आज हम तीनों जाके घर हालेलुया.
भारती, मैं इसका मतलब बता दूं, ये बाइबल में ये वर्ड है. इट मीन्स प्रेज द लॉर्ड.
तो प्यार भगवान
पति परमेश्वर
होता है. कैसे?
लुया.
रवीना को मिलते हैं 10 मार्क्स और हालेलुया को 5.
देखो.
And yes, that just happened. These 3 fully grown adults on television decided on Christmas to make a mockery of a word that I consider as one of the original words used to give praise to God. And this is a word that its interpretation is used in many other religions to give praise to their gods or to their prophets. It's used in Islam, it's used in Judaism, it's used in Hebrew. There are so many religions that use various interpretations of this word. And for these three influential people, these celebrities, for them to, you know, make a open mockery out of it is just, I mean, I'm at a loss for words personally. I mean, even if I, for a second, want to give benefit to Bharti and say that she genuinely did not know what the word meant, you know, Farah Khan, you had on your placard the word and what it meant. You should have intervened at that moment and said that, you know, let's not make a mockery out of it. I'm assuming you were part of the planning process for the episode, and maybe you're one of those hosts who just, you know, records on the fly and does not revise or go over the contents of that certain episode. But still, you had the meaning, you had it on your placard saying and stating that this is a biblical term. But yet you went along with the whole charade that Bharti put up. Raveena Tandon, the only person who, in the aftermath of everything, you know, there's been an FIR or a case lodged against them with the police for hurting religious sentiments, has come out with a Twitter and apologized, saying that she did not use the word and she never meant, you know, to offend anyone. But I watched the video, and you did, like, you participated in the mockery. You even at the end of the, you know, the segment said that it's justified that she gets 5 points for her, you know, quick wittiness and thinking. And Bharti, like, okay, you did not know the word, you were told what the word is and the meaning of it. Your first reaction was Pati Parmeshwar hota hai, which when translated means that husband is a representation of God. And yes, there are certain religions that believe that when in service to your husband, you are ultimately serving God. And that's fine. But in what religion on earth or in this world or in this galaxy do you go up to your God and say something like, hey babe, let's go? You know, in what religion do you make, you know, sexual advances or suggestions to your God? Nobody does that. I mean, this could have been a moment of education in India, or for your show. You could have easily, you know, given how India is in a very delicate position right now with the whole NRC and CAA bills and the various debates people are having, how the country is divided between mostly Hindus and Muslims. You know, this could have been a teaching moment to your audience, to the people watching your show, on how diverse and acceptable we are. I mean, India is a place where, regardless of what religion you follow, when it's Diwali time, when it's Eid, when it's Christmas, we all celebrate as one. And on Christmas Eve, of all times, on Christmas Eve, you chose to do this. It is just surprising. It is mind-blowing. And yes, I feel the primary responsibility for this buffoonery falls on these three. But you also cannot give any slack to the producers, to the directors, to the writers of the show. I mean, someone definitely came up with the concept. Someone should have educated the host and said, well, we are going to use the word hallelujah, or we're going to use Christian themed words, but make sure that nobody makes fun of it. To the directors and the producers, like, this wasn't a live show that you just put out, you know, and it was just a momentary lapse in judgment on live TV. This was a pre-recorded show. So, you know, whenever the show was recorded, and I guess you were going through the editing process, you basically should have stopped and said, is this moment going to cause controversy? Are we doing something wrong? I mean, I also get the fact that, there are tens and hundreds of comedy shows in India, and you have to always do something relevant to stay in the limelight, to stay ahead of your competitors. But despite that, it does not excuse you from being just plain simple stupid. And that's the only word that I can come up with. Like, how can you be so ignorant on religion, on what society is going through right now, on what India is going through right now, and still put out something like this? Like, I know bad publicity is publicity itself, but come on, there has to be a place where you draw a line. I mean, American shows do that too. I get it. There are also shows, there are comedians who use dark humor as their medium, as their element of comedy. I've seen Family Guy make mockeries out of Dalai Lama, of the Pope, Mother Teresa, Jesus, Ram, and everyone. But this is India. This is the country where all religions come together. This is one of the most diverse places. This is one of the most accepting and tolerant places in the world. And for you using your social status, using your social platforms and celebrity status, and to do this is just horrible. It is really sad, the fact that you think that you're going to say something on Twitter and that's going to be acceptable. It is not. I mean, social media and social platforms are not the place where you apologize for your stupid acts, for your acts where you just forget to be human, where you're just behind ratings and relevance. For once, can we do the right thing? For once, can we apologize from the bottom of our hearts? For once, can we educate people about the mistakes we made and why we did it and why we shouldn't? I mean, that would be a great start. That would be a start for once. And that's where I'm going to end today's video, guys. Once again, I apologize for talking about this topic and ranting about it. But being a Christian, being someone who believes in God, being someone who believes in, the freedom of speech and the freedom to follow whatever religion you follow, it really hurt me to see, people mock, religious sentiments this way. I hope you all have had a blessed Christmas, and I wish you the best of the new year ahead. Take care. Bye.